Hello everyone, I'm back at it again with another banger of a video, and today, this is going to be another discussion-like video. Um, is Become a Killer really killer-sided? Um, well let's talk about that, huh? So, I've seen many players in this game, or people in the comment section, going on about how this game is killer-sided, this game is pay to win, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Well, I'm here to point out some arguments to why I disagree and why I think this game is not killer-sided and why I think you guys need to realize that. So, the whole thing, people saying that this game is killer-sided, um, the first thing I'm going to discuss about the whole this game is killer-sided thing is, I want to point out one thing. This game is not an asymmetrical horror game. Become a Killer is a free roam PvP game where two sides are against each other, the survivors and the killers. It's multiple killers versus multiple survivors. And the killers obviously need to work together to kill the survivors. Or not if they really want to. And survivors have to stick together as a team to destroy the killers. Or not if they really want to. The whole point is, this is a team-based game. The killers can't always rely on themselves. Sometimes they're going to have to rely on their teammates as well. Same with survivors. Survivors, especially survivors, actually need to rely on their team in order to really do much. Or, I guess they could rely on themselves, but you're not as strong as the killer. Now I'm but yeah, the whole point is this is a team-based PvP free roam game. So if you're going against like a team that knows what they're doing, like you're going against a survivor team that knows what they're doing, they're guaranteed to destroy the killers. If the killers are if the killers know exactly what they're doing though and are working together as a team, then it's the same fucking thing. Now, the only reason why that people will say that this game is killer side is that, yeah, there are some killers that are way too strong, and I can understand why. Now, I'll get to that in a moment in the next argument. Um, Now, the next thing I do want to point out about people saying that this game is killer sided, um, I want to bring up the fact that there's like many fucking ways to like really counter most of the killer roster. Like, I'm not kidding you. There are certain items and even certain survivor characters that can easily counter most of the roster of killers. Oh, you got Sonic.exe or Tails.exe or Lord X or Super Sonic.exe after you? Bring melee weapons or go Riot Runner. What's that? You got a tanky foe like Cartoon Cat or Corrupted Noon after you? Um, have a gun. Or better yet, bring a minigun. What's that? You got fucking what's that? You got Mr. Sands after you? Just shoot him to death because he's gonna die fast. Or just play as mech because he kills Sands in one hit. What's that? You got a one-shotter like Queso on the loose? Um, don't fall for his trick then. Don't fall for him camping around an edge of a wall so he can pop in and insta-kill you. Um, and better yet, bring a fuck ton of juggernauts or some shit. I don't know. There's many simple ways that any survivor can easily counter against most of the killer roster. What's that? You want to outrun the killer without issue? Bring a speed coil. Um, Really simple as that. There are many ways survivors can easily defeat the killers, or outlast against the killers in many ways. Oh, and not to mention, very skilled survivors know every single vent location, and even many skilled killers know every single killer vent location. So very skilled survivors that are really good at lasting for a long time can easily, like, if they're in a bad situation, they can just use a speed coil and just skedaddle through revenge and get as much distance from the killer as possible. Unless the killer ends up going through the vent too, because, the vents are very gimmicky. Same with killer. If the killers are in a bad situation, don't know which vent to hide in and recover their HP and then come back to fight again. Like, it's not rocket science, really, if you really think about it. Now, my last point I want to point out. Yes, I will agree with something. There are some killers that feel way too busted in the game, and I think some killers do need some nerfs in order to make them feel less awful to go up against. Like Smile Dog. Like, Smile Dog is definitely one of the killers I do think needs a nerf. Where, like, because he's way too strong, he can really four-shot Juggernauts and mechs. Not only that, he is really tanky, which is fine. Again, that would have been fine, A slow killer that hits like a truck and is tanky. That would have been fine. Except he has an ability that just makes him stupidly busted. Charge. I think that maybe he needs a bit of some kind of nerf or something. Some kind of nerf that won't make Smog Dog a bit too busted. Better yet, just make it how he was in Recode. Just make it so he only has like, what, 100? Because in Recode he had like, what, 135 health, I believe? Or maybe 125, I think? Like, yeah, make him just nerf his health to how it was in Recode. I don't know. And then we got Slenderman, the most OP killer in the game. He regenerates stupidly quick to the point he can recover, become full HP again in a matter of, a minute or so. And Slenderman is the most tankiest killer in the game. And not only that, he can really one-shot any survivor, including mechs and juggernauts. Yeah, very easy way that Harry can also nerf him. Just make it so how he was in Recode. Yes, make it so he is the same, but make it so he can't regenerate. And not to mention, Harry really added in Flowers, and Flowers can't regenerate. He's really just like Slenderman, except he's less tanky, and he cannot regenerate. He can still one-shot any character though, including Mech and Juggernaut. Just apply the same nerf to Slenderman. Make it so he cannot regenerate at all. That way, Slenderman actually has to be careful when trying to kill survivors. That way, he can't just brute force everyone. Make it so he has the same downside as Flowers. Make it so he cannot regenerate. Very simple change. Because, yeah, I'm going to be very honest, Slenderman is pay to win. Because, at least the other Game Pass killers are killable. Slenderman is just bullshit. And keep in mind, I love playing as Slenderman, but even I think Slenderman needs to be nerfed. Okay, when Slenderman got the nerf he actually deserved in Recode, I love Slenderman, but I was also happy at the same time. I was perfectly fine with the nerf he got in Recode. Well, the Recode update that is no longer there now because of reasons. But when he got the nerf that he really needed, I was happy. Even though I love playing as Slenderman, I was glad he actually got the nerfs because he just felt way too pay to win, and I think he needed actual fucking nerfs to make it so he can actually be, tolerable to go up against. Make it so he's killable. But now we're back to Legacy where he's just the most broken son of a bitch ever. It's yeah, I mean, even when he got the nerf, he still was broken, but at least he was killable. He was still killable even when he was overpowered. At least when Recode happened. But now we're back to Legacy where he's just the most busted guy ever. But yeah, so that's really all I gotta say about. That's pretty much all I really gotta say, really. So the biggest question that I have is this game killer sided? Yes and no. Now, I'm going to explain why I said yes and no. Yes, because killers like Smile Dog and Slenderman and probably a few other killers are way too much. And I think some of these killers do need absolute nerfs. I think Smile Dog and Slenderman are definitely the ones that need nerfs. I'm not really sure about like Queso or anything. I'm not sure about Queso. Huggy Wuggy, I'm not sure either. But definitely Slenderman and Smile Dog need nerfs. Cause holy shit, they are a bit too much in the game to really be that strong to begin with. Again, both of those guys got nerfed when the recode update happened, and I was completely fine with it. Smile Dog was still good if you actually are good with him now, and Slender Man just don't take damage. You're good. But again, now it's reverted back to Legacy back. So now it's just they're back to being the most busted son of bitches ever. But yeah, that's my one argument to why I think this game is kind of killer sided. Specifically, only a couple killers. That's probably why. But now we get to the part where I said it's not killer sided. Because despite that I said yes, because there are a couple of killers that are a bit too much in this game, like a bit too over buffed, if I may say so. But now we get to the part where I said it's not killer sided because like there are so many fucking killers in the game that can easily be countered by many different ways that survivors can use in their kits to absolutely decimate most of the roster of killers. I'm Survivor Studios. Catch you all next time.